Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. I'm Nick Park. I'm talking about things that go together well. And God has made things to fit together and go together well, for them to be congruous. And when they don't fit together well, we say they are incongruous. They're in contradiction with one another. And we look at creation, we look at the universe, we see how God has made lots of things that go together well, including in the Bible, and including in the spiritual life in the kingdom of heaven. And today I want to talk about freedom, because freedom is something that everyone longs for. But you know, freedom, if we misuse it, can be one of the worst things of all. I remember when I was a little boy, my stepmother would be baking, and she would often let me scrape out and lick the spoon of the bowl in which she had been baking something nice. And whenever there was like buttercream, you know, it would basically just butter mixed with sugar, it was. And whenever there would be some of that, and I loved that. I loved scraping out the bowl. I loved licking the spoon. But always say, can I have a bit more? And she says, no, that you don't want more than that. I do, I really do. And later on, when I was 15 years old, I ran away from home. I was living by myself in London. And I thought I was all grown up, but I was still a child. And I remember I managed to get a little bit of money, doing a little job. And I went to the store and I bought a pound of butter and a bag of sugar. And I thought, you know what? I used to love scraping out the bowl and licking the spoon so much when there was a mixture of these two things. If I just mix lots of them, that's going to be far, far better. I've got the freedom to do that now. And so I mixed up a full pound of butter with a bag of sugar. And I mixed it all together in a bowl and I ate the lot. And I was absolutely sick. I was sick as a dog. I mean, you know what? It was good to lick the spoon. It was good to scrape out the bowl. But eating that much of that stuff just absolutely sickened me. And to be honest, I mean, that was like over 47 years ago now. And 45 years ago. And I still am not that keen on buttercream like that, because I just absolutely sickened myself. I misused my freedom. And very often we see freedom as we've got the freedom to escape from rules. We've got the freedom to escape from holiness, to escape from righteousness. But the Word of God tells us that true freedom is in Jesus Christ. And that when you receive Jesus into your life, you are free. Not free to do stupid things, not free to go and sin, but free to walk in holiness, because true freedom goes hand in hand with true holiness. Now, we often think of holiness as being negative. We often think of that word holiness as being forced to do things we don't want to do and everything else. But true holiness is about love. True holiness is about walking in relationship with Jesus Christ. And the fact is that our sinful impulses prevent us from being free to do that, because they drag us off into other places that ultimately we don't want to go. They're as destructive as it was to eat that full pound of butter mixed with a full bag of sugar. God wants us to walk in freedom. And when we walk in freedom, we can walk in holiness, because we are free to embrace the plan of God for our lives and to walk in his ways. And it's not always been a smooth process learning this, but it has been one of the most important things that I've learned over the years. Is the times when I am the most free are the times whenever I'm most able to embrace the holiness of God. I've not always managed it. Sometimes I've missed it. Often I've messed up. And that when I have been the most unfree and the most confined. But freedom and holiness fit together and complement one another. Freedom and holiness are two things that go together well. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, and we'll look at two more things that go together well in Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.